Hello and welcome back to Seconds Out. My name is Eamon Khan. It's good to be joined by, there must be a bounty in town to collect Michael, the bounty hunter. Michael, how's life?
Good, good. Can't complain, man. Blessed.
Good to hear that you're blessed. And you were in action recently, the Scars of War, as I can see. There was some reaction to the fight, though, but we'll get to that in a second, Michael. Just talking about getting the call to fight over in Uzbekistan.
Yeah, I got a call. You know, I did the paperwork and I was excited to go that way and train for it and compete. Though it was an exhibition. They were paying well and I thought it was, I'm a fighter, so that's what I do. So I went out there and had some fun.
Yeah, first of all, just 'cause I remember hearing about the event, and I heard there's quite a few like prizes on the line for some people in the fights and stuff, and there was a lot of pay on the line as well too. So from that
Yes.
point of view, did you get paid like well for that journey over
Yes,
there?
yes, definitely. I got paid just as if it was a professional fight. I think the main event they fought for a G wagon
Mm.
and maybe some money. So they're trying to promote AIBA and make their own little stand on it.
So what was the terms of the fight here? Because when the fight happened, or at least after the fight, your longtime rival Bakole took to social media to kind of rub it in here as to kind of what happened. So you said it was an exhibition, so there wasn't a winner and a loser, but Bakole kind of seemed to take it as an opportunity to have a little dig, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's in his right. You know what I'm saying? You know, I knocked him out, so so he got to dig when he can. So, but yeah, it was an exhibition. I got a couple of cuts on my eyes, and the ref, they were they're AIBA, so they're coming from the amateurs, so they really have amateur refing, and they allowed a lot of different dirty tactics, and I'm pretty sure that they were also they weren't drug testing or anything, so. I think that my performance actually was very poor.
Mm.
I didn't feel my best when I actually got in the ring. My energy was low, and maybe it was the travel. It could have been from a couple of different reasons, but like I said, it didn't go on my record. I was out there for an exhibition, and I had a good time. And I don't take anything, and I don't regret anything. I would do it all over again.
Yeah, just you saying that and just sticking on that, you said you feel that your performance was poor, and you've given me some reasons as to why that was. But what was kind of furthering the reasons as to why you weren't the best version of yourself on the night?
I think it had a lot to do with the travel.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, I didn't really have my regular team with me. And yeah, so it could have been from a couple of different reasons, but we just got to continue to go back to the drawing board and make sure it don't happen.
Hmm. That's just link of you thought you've mentioned there. You feel that maybe he wasn't maybe on the straight and narrow, but is he someone that can maybe contend with any other heavyweights? Do you feel?
Nah, I think he was very basic. I think if there was a lot of hitting and holding and ranking on the neck and headbutting and stuff like that, hitting off the break, and the ref allowed that to happen, which I think was a horrible ref, very amateur, and he's probably Russian or something like that. Who knows? But uh, yeah, it was poor refing to me, and I don't really think. I mean, I think he's decent. I think he could compete, but I don't see him getting up there in those top 10 rankings.
You're back in those rankings now, Michael, as you were very disappointed to be taken out there. But I can see obviously the scars of war. Are they going to put you back a little bit whilst they heal to get you back in the ring? And there's some whispers about you potentially getting out in May. Is that still on the table?
Yes, yes, absolutely. Supposed to be fighting late May. Uh, don't have exactly all the details quite yet, but for sure, I feel very confident that I'll be back late May.
Is that one of these type of side journeys that you've kind of been on, or is it going to be back into, trying to climb up the rankings?
No, this is going to be a definitely a professional ranked fight. Going straight for the titles, and we'll see where the chips fall.
Yeah, because it seems like there's an opportunity right now with a lot going on over in Saudi. The gears are kind of turning towards the undisputed fight, and belts are going to fragment, and fights are going to be made, and there's an opportunity for yourself to get in that mix.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been fighting, my whole career to stay in those rankings and to get there. I've been, number one several times already in my career. It's just been a little challenging with, not being, having one of the main promoters or, managers behind me. So, but like I said, we're kind of working everything out. And, I'm definitely going for the titles.
With the jab that you received from Bakole off of the back of your last outing, does it burn the fire more for wanting that fight to materialize?
No, no, not really. I think that what really burned the fire for me was when he used my name to get money. From his delegation over there in Congo, and he used it and he totally lied. Um, and knowing that he's not really the best person, uh, you know, as far as just in general, I think that just all of that type of stuff kind of fuels me. To know that he's kind of talking mess when he's really not the best. A good dude.
Mhm. Michael, let me get your thoughts on the heavyweight division as we're moving. We had the 5v5 announcement, and it was maybe the best kept, not the best kept secret, sorry, I guess, that Deontay Wilder and Zhilei Zhang will be locking up, and it feels like a bit of a crossroads for both of them, who both really need the win off the back of their recent fights. What do you think about that fight, and who do you think will get their hand raised?
I think Deontay Wilder is going to win this fight. Um, I think that I think this is a good fight for him to get back in and put his name out there. I could see him knocking Zhang out, but like I said, don't give Zhang don't count him out. He has actually a better backhand as far as education. He has a better educational backhand, and I could see him, hitting them and giving them some tough rounds. I think Deontay Wilder should try to jump on him. We know Zhang is getting up there in age, and he paces himself very well. So I think if Deontay Wilder just kind of uses his energy and jumps on him early and makes it a rough dog fight, as we know he is a dog.
Hmm.
I think that it would be a good night for Deontay.
Jonte was saying, and it's one of those things when the public hear about this, that, you've got maybe one eye out of the sport. He was saying, this is my last dance. This is it. If I don't beat Zhang, then, I know that I've not got it anymore. Does that worry you when you hear a fighter, say that? And especially with it being Deontay Wilder, who's given so much excitement, we kind of maybe need him in this heavyweight mix.
Yeah, well, I think it was more of his performance last fight. You could just see that, like you said, he just wasn't himself. He didn't have that, that vicious dog, that arrogance, and some fighters need that, what I'm saying, to fuel them. He was a little bit more softer, kind-hearted and stuff in the ring, and I think that was the telltale of, So I think, like you said, if we don't see that vicious Deontay Wilder, then yeah, it might be time to hang it up. We know he has the best skills, but he has very good instincts, fighting instincts. He's a strong strong guy, and yeah, I think that if he performs like he did last time, it might be time to hang him up.
Another good fight on that card in the form of Daniel Dubois versus FIlip Hrgovic. Just one of those where maybe we find out which one of these two is really the real deal. Which one for you gets the hands raised in that one as well?
Who is it? Philip Hrgovic and
Daniel Dubois.
Oh yeah, I think that's a good fight. I think there's going to be some back and forths. I don't really see anybody dominating that fight. I mean, it's boxing, so anybody could get a good punch and set a good tone. Um, but we've seen some flaws in Hrgovic in the last couple years. With his dad passing, bless him. You know. So hopefully he has that fire back, and he has the spirits with his father behind him, and we see the best of Hrgovic because we all want to see the best athletes fight the best, and we want to see them at their best. So my hats off to him and Daniel Dubois. I think he he's had some up and downs, but he's a strong guy, and like you said, I think that's a very interesting fight. It's kind of hard to. It's a toss up.
Do you rate Dubois?
Yeah, yeah. I think he's a big, strong kid. Um, you know, I think a lot of these guys, a lot of the English people, fighters, uh, are more mental. Um, their mental is not as stable. So, but when they do feel good, that's when they perform at their best. And I think that Daniel Dubois is very similar. If we have a good mentality from Daniel, then he'll put up good efforts.
We're edging very closer to Fury versus Usyk. I was at the Morecambe press conference, and Tyson Fury for me looked really lean. He's kind of been a heavier type of fight. I think the leanest he's been recently was against Otto Wallin. Before that, it was Deontay Wilder, the first fight. Do you feel that this lean Fury might lead to a bit more boxing? Do you think he'll need to do that to defeat Usyk, or is this just going to be a come forward Fury for the knockout?
It's hard to say. He's the bigger guy. He would have to have a great game plan because um, Usyk has been competing at a high level and hasn't really let up since he's started. So he's going to have to do a lot of different tactics and holding and hitting and make the ref do his job and stuff like that. And it'll be interesting because Tyson Fury is a master at those type of things, and he's finally getting in better shape from all the from the time that he's been getting from keep postponing these fights, whether they're legit or not. Yeah, so he should be in decent shape. I mean, I said it before that I knew he wasn't going to be in the best shape if he did it any earlier than what he's doing now. Now he's had some time to just work it out and maybe work the game plan out and all that and actually bite down. So I think that's good for boxing to see them both at a high level.
Given your elusiveness in the ring and your ring craft, Michael, I thought you might be drafted into the Fury camp for Usyk.
Yeah, I guess those high level, when you're a high level fighter, it's kind of hard to hire another one. That's why I had to tip my hat off for Anthony Joshua going into camp with him because he used it as a learning experience, and yeah, not a lot of fighters will do that. So yeah, but I do agree with you.
Couple of things before I let you go. Finally, a couple of fights I'd like to pitch to you. I like the idea of you and Dillian Whyte.
Yeah, but I don't see that fight happening for several reasons. And yeah, I mean, I would love that fight. Any of those top guys that are over there on that side of the water would be great for me.
The other one being Otto Wallin as well.
Yeah, I like Otto Wallin. I think that's a good fight. That's an interesting fight. I think he could have done a lot better with Anthony Joshua. Um, but Anthony did his job. He did what he was supposed to do, and he came mentally prepared, mentally ready. And like I said, when guys like that, they come mentally strong, it's a problem.
I think you and Jermaine Franklin as well would be a good clash of styles too.
Yeah, that would be good. I think that would be a competitive for as long as it lasts. He's very durable, so but I think it would be a competitive fight.
Hmm. Michael, how many fights are you targeting this year?
Second,
How many fights are you targeting for the rest of the year?
uh, at least at least I would like to do two more for sure. May and I would like to push for three.
Hmm. But like you said, there's just that difficulty with finding a promoter to really give you that push right now.
Absolutely, absolutely. But like I said, we're working on it in the scenes, and you'll see soon.
Michael, I'm looking forward to seeing you back in the ring very, very soon. Much appreciated. Thanks for speaking seconds out, sir. We'll catch up very
Yeah.
soon.
Thank you. One love.